Losing belly fat is one of the biggest challenges that most guys deal with. You've likely tried everything to lose it and nothing seems to work. And that's precisely why you haven't lost that stubborn belly fat. Because you can't be doing everything at once. You need to start actually doing less. Counterintuitive, I know, maybe even a little bit confusing. So I'm going to go ahead and explain exactly what I mean and show you a strategy that you likely have never tried. Let's get into it. Alright, so now we've gotten the shirtless portion of the video out of the way. How do I know this stuff is actually going to work? Take a look at this picture right here. This is a before and after picture of me. Your boy actually got fat. This is a 5-month transformation where I got shredded, currently still shredded, lost a ton of fat, and it was from applying this right here, so it does work. Now before we start, this is important, do not skip this. There is this thing that is called homeostasis, which is basically a regulation system inside of your body that tries to keep everything the exact same. So if you try to do too drastic of a change, your body is going to instinctively try to bring you back to your regular state. This is why we're going to go through a leveling system. We're going to progressively level up, make things a little bit more challenging so that we don't sort of sound the alarms inside of the body and the body goes, no, we're reverting back to our old habits, to our old lifestyle. So that's why it's important to follow it like this. Point 2, you're going to start with level 1. Master this for 2 weeks, then you move on to level 2. Again, same thing. Master this for 2 weeks before you move on to level 3 so that we can prevent the homeostasis inside of our body from bringing us back to our old lifestyle. All right, level 1 right here is to remove high calorie drinks. I've got this written down. This is really interesting. So let's say you have 230 calorie drinks a day, which is roughly what's in each can of Coke. Well, in an entire week, if you're having 2 of those per day, that's going to be a total of 1,820 calories over the week. If you add that up over the year, that is going to be 94,640 calories just from 2 Cokes a day. And if we're going to roughly average this on, there's about 3,500 calories in each pound of body fat. Let's say you were at like 250 pounds, you were mostly fat, you removed all of those Cokes throughout the day, every single day, you don't drink Coke anymore, you're going to be able to lose 27 pounds of fat. This is why level 1 right here is huge. It's super simple. Replace it with a carbonated or sparkling water. I don't mean to bring out an inner Andrew Tate here, but get yourself a 0-calorie drink to replace this and you will lose so much body fat so simply. It's honestly the easiest level. Master that 2 weeks. Let's get on level 2. All right, level 2, train at least 3 times per week for 30 minutes at minimum. I don't care if you're gonna go for a run, you're gonna go for a bike ride, you're gonna lift weights, whatever it is, do at least 30 minutes per day. And let me break down the math here. This is really interesting. So each one of these workouts that is 30 minutes, that is going to be of high intensity nature, is going to lose you about 155 to 185 calories per workout. Now in a year, 3 workouts per week, that is going to be a total of 24,180 calories to 28,860 calories burned throughout the year on 3 simple workouts for 30 minutes each workout, which again within that rate of about 3,500 calories is in 1 pound of fat. This will lose you between 6.9 to 8.3 pounds of body fat every single year. All right, you've done level 2 now for 2 weeks. Number 3 is to walk 10,000 steps 5 times per week. I recommend you either get an Apple Watch or a Fitbit. This stuff is really motivating and helping you to stick to this because that which is tracked is that which is progressed in, or something along those lines. That which is measured is that which improves. This is why it's important. If you don't have that, your phone has, a step tracker in there. It's not as accurate. But anyways, let me break down the math and show you how much fat you can lose from just simply doing this. So on average, a human being will burn between 250 to 600 calories walking 10,000 steps. Now in a year, this is where it's cool, it's going to be a total of 65,000 calories up to 156,000 calories burned from doing 10,000 steps a day 5 times per week. And let's convert that into body weight loss. That's going to be between 18.6 pounds all the way up to 44.6 pounds. Now this fluctuation in this range and how many calories it burns depends on your weight. So if you're already pretty heavy, there's a good chance that you're going to be on that greater end of amount of calories burned if you commit to this. This stuff is so damn simple and can make such an impact. Now, when you're losing that belly fat, what would go great with that shredded midsection? How about a little bit of lean muscle mass? Right now you can get your hands on the creatine monohydrate from EHPLabs to help you to increase muscle mass, increase your rate of recovery, and as well increase your strength gains. There's 100 servings in this right here. If you want to get your hands on this creatine monohydrate, there's going to be a link in the description. Use code BARBARIAN, you'll get yourself a discount. Now you can actually use this while you're losing fat, because you're going to notice you're going to be looking a little bit flat while you're losing that mid-fat, that midsection fat. So a creatine monohydrate can help to give you more of that appearance of a bigger, more muscular physique, and as well help you with your performance in the gym. So creatine monohydrate will go great with your belly fat shredding plan that I'm giving you currently. Again, there's going to be a link down in the description. Code BARBARIAN, get yourself a discount. Let's get into the rest of the content. Level 4, taking a before and after picture is huge for your progress. I'm going to give you an example. I took this before and after picture a few weeks ago right here. This was a week where I was like, you know what, I'm looking pretty good. The next week I looked at my physique in the mirror and I said, man, I've been doing everything right. I've been doing all my exercises, my diet. I'm like, I think I look even worse this week than I did last week. So what did I do? I still begrudgingly took a before and after picture and I compared the two pictures. As you're able to see, there is actually a difference. Once I saw that, my motivation levels went up. I was like, shit, this stuff is working. Why was I, your mind will get in your own way if you let it. This is why tracking your progress is huge. One, it keeps you accountable. Two, once you see the change and the transformation, you're more motivated to continue sticking with this stuff. If not, go a little bit harder. Again, 2 weeks, this one's gonna be huge as well. Level 5, create a smaller eating window. Yes, I guess it kind of is intermittent fasting. Do you do it because, oh, there's so many benefits of intermittent fasting that are like all these hormones change? I don't give a shit about that. If there is a change in that, it's probably minor. It's very, very small. The reason I like a smaller eating window is because once I've tested this and eating in a window of about, I'd say about 9 or 9 hours, I was actually able to eat a lot less calories and it was way easier. So if I start eating right when I wake up in the morning, that's gonna kick off my metabolism. In about an hour and a half, 2 hours, I'm gonna be hungry again. At about 11 a.m., I'm gonna need to eat. Every hour and a half to 2 hours, I will be hungry. Once I removed that eating from the morning, I don't even eat in the morning anymore, and I start eating at about 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., this allowed me to actually curb my metabolism or curb my appetite in the morning, not eat those calories, and then, as I've mentioned, have a smaller overall caloric intake because there's a smaller window. So I'll eat my lunch, won't eat anything again until about dinner, and then at dinner, I'll eat most of my calories right there. And once I've tracked this, it just made things so easy. It made me eating calories more difficult. It made it much more easier to not overconsume. It's something that's personally worked for me, so I recommend you give it a go. Again, this is kind of from personal experience. Test it out on yourself. It is a little bit tough to get into because in the mornings you'll be like, well, I'm hungry. It'll take a couple of weeks to fully get into it, but then after that, I still haven't eaten. And it's 12:55 p.m. right now, and I feel great. So you can get into it, and honestly, super great hack. Level 6, eat less fats. I know you keto guys are gonna hate me for this. I don't give a damn. The reason I say to eat less fats is because, as you're able to see right here, we've got our 3 big macronutrients: protein, carbs, and fats. Both proteins and carbs contain about 4 calories per gram. Now fats, on the other hand, 9 calories per gram. So for the exact same quantity of food, you're getting more than double the amount of calories. So when I've minimized my fat intake and I don't add, half of an avocado into my stir fry every time I'm gonna eat my dinner, I have been able to super easily get in way less calories by eating more high volume foods that aren't so calorically dense. So the main goal with this whole thing right here is to create a calorie deficit, and this is one of the simplest ways. I know these mathematical examples comparing energy expenditure to the amount of fat that you'll be able to lose is highly motivating. So give this a go. Let me know down in the comments section if you're gonna at least try the whole thing, parts of the things. I'm curious to know. If you made it this far, be sure to comment down below Rick on this nice shot glass. So 1, I can see who made it this far, and 2, we can confuse everybody when they say, why is everybody commenting Rick from Rick and Morty in the comments section? Hey, if you guys enjoyed this video, and if you're looking for a belly fat specific workout, I'll explain it more in the other video. There's gonna be a video somewhere around here. Check that out. It's a great routine to try.